the recording since, you know, all that no MRI. Yeah, I know. That's normally my first go-to whenever anybody comes in with the sniffles, straight to the MRI. You know, everybody gets a CT, everybody gets an MRI, and definitely if you come in and you even have the aroma of being ill, all of the antibiotics naturally. And I remember this time to export my rank system. So import individual rank system. Here we go. Okay. There it is. Apply. That should be gooders. Now the question is, yeah, I have to, no, I have to redo all the ranks. Why? That's super annoying. All right, we're going to fix the things really quick. We are going to fix the things. Why are people hurt? Stress. Oh, you have stress. That's unfortunate. You have a compound fracture. Let's see here. Skill level, rank. So all of these dudes should be like warrant 1. All of these dudes should be warrant 2. All these dudes should be warrant 3. Then all of these dudes should definitely be warrant 4. And then going over to our techs. So, oh, those somehow stayed good. So that's great. That's nice. We just have to, actually, they're not right. That's super not right. Oh, well. Skill level, and then profession. And then skill level. There we go. That's what I wanted. So ultra greens, you should be tech 1. All of you, except for my Aztecs, should be tech 2. Oh, yeah, if you want some insider information on some updates, I'm more than happy to go through a little bit of that action. Stand by. Let me just continue assigning these things really fast, and then what I'll do is I'll just pull up the GitHub because there's actually been some pretty cool stuff that's been coming out recently. Psycho has been super busy working on the advanced buildings, which I have to turn on. I kind of forgot that I hadn't turned them on. And then I know DG has been busy working on a bunch of stuff as well. Okay, oh, that's why. These should all be tech first class. And who does not belong? I think it's probably you. Senior tech. And that will work for right meow. Okay, stand by. So actually that's part of, that should all be part of the advanced buildings, which we have to turn on. So let's go ahead and do a dive looking for advanced buildings really quick. Should be somewhere in operations. Operations. And it should be like systems. Digital GM. There it is. So use advanced building gun emplacements. When enabled, gun emplacement generation will use TOAR, advanced building gun emplacements instead of legacy gun emplacements. Burp. Call it a day. And so if we are looking at all of that madness, let's go ahead and look at some of our pull requests from the GitHubs. So closed out pull requests, advanced building. I think that should be it. Shoot, I just forgot the name of what I was doing. But some cool things. So advanced buildings are being rolled out. There are a lot of MekHQ updates that are coming out as well. Advanced building. Nope, that's it. What about gun emplacement? Let's try gun emplacement. Let's look at actions. So over the last couple of days, we can kind of look through some of these actions. Number one, fixing a whole bunch of random things. A lot of what's been happening are just bug fixes. That's the vast majority of what's been happening are bug fixes. There's been a lot. So many bug fixes. People have been working overtime for sure. A lot of null pointer errors have been getting fixed. Some things weren't allowing you to swap ammo, which was super annoying. This had actually been a problem for a really long time, and nobody had noticed. So when you were going into salvage mode, it wouldn't show you how much armor was available when you were stripping, which was kind of a lot annoying. But only one person noticed, and then they told us about it, or told the group about it, and Hammer went through and fixed it all. So yeah, that's a lot of it. One or two other things. If folks use Total War Medical, so if you don't use Advanced Medical, you don't use Alternative Advanced Medical, and you were using Total War Medical, for the last couple of versions, all of your hits coming out of a battle would be doubled. So if your pilot took 3 hits coming out of a battle, MekHQ would read it as 6 hits. And then you would go to the next day and your pilot would be dead, which is kind of awkward. But that's what would end up happening. But today, actually, today, Round Top went through and found where the problem was and put a fix in. So with the next nightly, things should be better. There was something else that was huge. There's also a lot of advanced infantry stuff coming out. Gosh, there was something else that was so big, but I don't remember what it was. Anyways, rentals are still broken, but that should hopefully get fixed soon. And then one very exciting thing, and this makes me happy. Oh, I can't really show it here. We fixed the problem of, with advanced scouting, things trying to be scouted off the board. So if you put a scout on this hex now, previously what would happen is it would start at the 12 o'clock position, and let's say you had 4 successes. So it would try to, ideally, what would happen is it would scout 1, 2, 3, 4. But what would end up happening is it would scout 1, 2, 3, 4, which was problematic and kind of annoying. But alas, that is what was happening. But we fixed it, so it's not happening anymore. I think there was something else. Shoot, I just don't remember. Hopefully that answered your question. That was like 5 minutes of rambling. Let's see here. Decoy engagement. Is that what I was doing? Do I still have folks oot and a boot? No. Nobody's out and about. So, decoy engagement. Your mission is to serve as a decoy, drawing the attention of a large enemy force while our allies carry out critical objectives elsewhere in the sector. The enemy must believe you are a primary threat, forcing them to commit their forces fully to your position. Your task is to survive the designated duration, or, if possible, eliminate 75% of the enemy force to break their will. This engagement is about endurance, misdirection, and tactical maneuvering. The enemy will press hard, believing you to be the key target, but you must endure. Use the terrain to your advantage, control the pace of the battle, and engage only when necessary. If you hold them long enough, our allies will complete their objective uncontested. Should you succeed in routing 75% of the enemy force, they will lose cohesion, and we will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement. This will allow us to access any salvageable assets left behind. Victory here will not only ensure the success of our allies, but also give us a chance to recover valuable battlefield resources. Hold the line, weather the storm, and outlast them. If they break, the field is ours. Oh, I forgot to go through and say thank you to Sliger the Tiger, David43211234, Henuel, and Chris Miller. Thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. Also, ST Kenyon, I don't remember if I said thank you, but thank you so much for following the channel on Twitch. It means a lot to have more and more folks getting involved. It's huge, absolutely huge. What are they bringing? They have tanks. No, we have tanks. What do they actually have? They have a Whitworth, Drillson, Vedette, Hetzer, Rifleman, Chameleon, and a Cicada. They're also bringing an Archer. Okay, cool. What do we want to bring? So Bravo's out for right now. Alpha, it's kind of, the armor regiment for Alpha is a little rough right now. It's a little on the rough side. Kind of tempted to just bring Alpha and not worry about anything. Yeah, why don't we just bring Alpha and call it a day? Feeling lazy. And we'll wait until it's actually the time for the battle so that we don't get just roasted again. MegaMek, are you okay? Are you having a conniption? Oh, nope, but we did get yet another decoy engagement. Isn't that grand? So we found a whole bunch of stuff, which is pretty neat. Things have arrived, and we failed to do some things, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and do some mass repair. Is there anything, is there like low-hanging fruit that we can do? Oh, yeah, for sure. Whoops. Well, that happened. Well, we might have enough LB10X on the way, which would be pretty neat. What do we have? Okay. Well, that's not great. Come on now. There we go. I don't think we need case CC5. We should be okay. Where is this rifleman? There we go. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, you're right. No, there's never such a thing as too much ammo. If you ever have too much ammo, then you have not shot the enemy enough. Shoot them more. That is the answer. Do more shooting. Good deal. Go forth. And somebody has to remind me at the end of the contract that I need to normalize pay so that I don't, forget again. Well, does everybody have big plans for the weekend? Are they just hanging out at home, going off, doing wonderful, great things? Briefing room. Okay, so same scenario. Light gale, so probably not ideal to bring a whole bunch of missiles. Heavy fog, also probably not ideal, but that's also going to kind of burn down the laser weapons that we have. They are bringing a Griffin, Ossaul, Trebuchet, Shadowhawk, and a Thunderbolt. Actually, I am still missing a facility, aren't I? Kind of forgot that. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Where is this thing? It's in one of these two hexes, the last two hexes. So we also have a breakthrough that we may want to deal with, maybe not. Yeah, no, we're not going to even bother worrying about this. It doesn't matter, and we don't get any loot. Not a whole lot of a reason to do it. So for this decoy engagement, I think I'm thinking Asteroid and Charlie Lance can take the second decoy engagement. We can put Alpha Lance into the first one. Daylight clear should be good. Okay, start, commence. We'll take recovery Alpha. We have plenty of minutes. Ote. And here we go. Oh no, hold on. I forgot to reload my settings. File. MegaMek options. Load. There we go. And I think I resaved it. So individual initiative is on. Great. Then we do file client options. And turn off the notifications. Turn on our inside field of view. We opaque it a little bit more. Make the things darker. And we set this to 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. And that should be just fine. And then for the report, we do the orange. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Warning color we changed to, I think it was like this or this. This might have been that. Auto display, player lists, hide. That should be everything. I think I had forgotten to do that last one a couple of times. Whoops. Now we start. Commence, go, and kill. And we should be good. Oh, of course, that's what I forgot. Come on. Ah, darn it, every time. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. And where are we at again? Pirates are starting in the north. Oh, no. We're going to do a different map. That just doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense at all for them to come in the water. Generate map settings. That should be okay. No. Okay. That'll work. That'll work just fine. Hey, what's up, youngster? How are you doing? Yes, they walk along the ocean floor to get from one point to another, naturally. Naturally. Okie dokes. I think that's all good. So we have to destroy 75% of them, which, man, math is hard, bro. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what, 4 of them? We have to kill 4 of them? Hey, there you go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that swapping back and forth from days to nights is never fun. I've done that a lot. But yes. Getting practice is always a good thing. Always, always a good thing. Throw our Ostrock right there. The awesome best field of fire is probably going to be from here and then walk up. So you're going to be working days now instead of nights? Throw the Brutus right there. Oh, yeah. That's a bumski. So when I was still a nurse, my favorite shift to work, oddly enough, was We had an 11-11 and a 12-12 shift, and then also a 1-1. And I always liked working like the 11-11 or the 12-12 because like you were always busy. You were just constantly going. And so you never had to worry about, being bored or nothing to do. And then when you were done, you just went home and you went to sleep, assuming that you could get down off the adrenaline high eventually. So it was normally like go home, have a beer, watch something, go to bed, be in bed by like 2 o'clock. No! Eclectic, that's terrible. How dare you do that to an Orion? Yeah, I probably could spare you one, but it's mine. Mine, all mine. Nothing, no one else can have it. It's mine. Show possible moves. There we go. Wonder more. Can I do reckless? There we go. Reckless. Yeah. That's annoying. I can probably spare you one, I guess, just this one time. But it's gonna be one of my 1Ks, not the Kerenskys, not the KV2, nothing like that. 2 hostile, dude. That's a nightmare. That is an absolute nightmare for me. No. Okay, so the Ostrak rolled a 2, and oh, come on. Whatever. So the Ostrak rolled a 2, fell onto the right side, suffered 6 damage, but the pilot does avoid taking a hit. That's annoying. Really? Okay, how unlucky is that? You need a 4, rolled a 2, fell, avoided taking damage by rolling a 4, then tried to get up needing a 3, rolled a 2 again. That's super not cool. Super duper not cool. But at least they avoided taking damage. Do you think we can do it? There we go. Finally. That was so painful. Let's see here. I don't think we can see much of anybody. Nope. Still a whole lot of nobody. And the basic K, I have grown a lot more appreciation for it. I am just going to make a custom version of it, updating it a little bit. Instead of single heat sinks, using double heat sinks and a couple other things. I don't know. Maybe I'll go wild and crazy and put like an endo steel, make it endo steel, and maybe throw some ferrofibrous on there, make it a little bit lighter. Who knows? Who knows? Might get a tattoo. Right. How many times does our friendly artillery hit us this time around? gonna turn that down just a little tiny bit. Make it more like, yeah, that's better. A little less heinous. Already just makes it interesting. It makes it interesting for y'all. It makes me cry a little bit to go to sleep every night. No, don't do that. Already makes it more interesting, like rolling a 3 multiple times or rolling a 2 multiple times on my PSRs. What? You're a 4-5 pilot? Let's just do that. You know, with it being a strong gale, I don't think either place is actually safe. Oofda. That is super rough. You know, now I really do. I want to do that. I want to take that new base, or I want to take that last base, just so we can screw around with the advanced buildings. Let's see here. That's not terrible. That's actually pretty good. Now, do I risk it running reckless with the Ostrak again after the absolute train wreck that just endured or ensued? Yeah, I guess I do. That might work. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, let's give it a try. Hmm. All right, now can I see anything? Oh, hey, look, some of the artillery actually did something. They did 5 damage to the Griffin center torso. Another one lands, doing a total of 15 to the Assault, 5 to the right torso, and 10 to the left leg. Everything else missed. That's neat. Well, you're out of range of everything. I don't think you can even see anything. Range on the God's Rifle sucks right now. My goodness. It's going to be like next year before we're actually in this fight. Oh, man, that hurts. 11s on the PPCs. That feels bad, man. It's the Assault misses everything. Enemy Trebuchet lands an SRM-6, doing 6 damage to the foot platoon. Shadowhawk missed. Thunderbolt hits the foot platoon, doing bad things to them. Our Marauder misses. The Griffin misses. Hold on. Oh, that's really hard to see. Let's see here. Maybe it was this one or this one. It might have been that one, actually. Probably have to regenerate. Oh, you didn't see my message. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now what to do? I think we do a dis and hope for the best. Eventually, we are going to be close enough to actually hit the enemy. I don't know when that'll be, but eventually, one day. No, thank you. All right. This is much more gooders. What do we do from here? It's actually kind of annoying that our allies are keeping them up north in a way. If you want to turn down the fan, you can. What's that? If you want to turn down the fan, you can. Okay. Oh, the horror. So I changed that color. I don't know why I didn't change. Anyways, the Long Tom takes out our own infantry platoon. Everything else missed. That's unfortunate. Actually, I saved the setting, didn't I? Here, I've got one over here. That's the only outlet. It's ridiculous. This is nothing but a professional operation. Huh, it didn't save. Maybe I forgot to hit OK. Let's do that. Womp womp. Can't hit anything. Well, sure. Why not just try to shoot at a thunderbolt and see what happens? Hey. Your fans are calling to you. Come here. Let's see here. What? No, what are you doing? Oh dear. All right, things might get a little more challenging. Here we go. Well, our turn order isn't phenomenal, but it could be a lot worse. That's for sure. The artillery doesn't do a whole lot, I don't think. I don't really notice anything. Why do you do what you do? No, stop. Go. There. That's annoying. All right, friends, I have a surprise for you, potentially, maybe, possibly. There we go. Yes. 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 Cat cam / kitty tax. It is in full effect. Congratulations. We all know who the real star of the show is. Yeah. He knows. He knows that he's beautiful, and he makes sure that we know it every day. Every single day. I mean, it's not my mech. What do I really care if it gets hurt, right? Right? Oof, that's pretty terrible, though. It's like the slowest burn of a fight in the world. Oh, but we might actually be able to hit something. That's novel. Probably still can't hit anything with you. However, let's see what we can't do about some other things. Oh, just barely out of range. And also just barely out of range. Well, they keep on trying to hurt the tank transports, but the Sprint Scout helicopter does put a medium laser into the Shadowhawk's right arm. Our Marauder puts PPC into the Shadowhawk's left torso, then another PPC into the left torso. Oh dear. Critting on the AC-5 ammo, which then explodes, causing the pilot to take 2 points or 2 hits. Stays conscious on both the hits. However, because of the ammo explosion, auto eject was enabled. The left torso is destroyed. The pilot ejects, but everything else is fine. Like, this is a fully salvageable mech, which is pretty great. The Shadowhawk puts an AC-5 into the Marauder's left arm, but missed with everything else. Trebuchet hurts the allied foot platoon, and that's about all that happens. All right, good luck, Kitty was good luck. Yeah, I was talking about you. Oh man, look at that. Uh, last 4 to move are our people. That's pretty amazing. You know, what I really need to do is I need to get like a second cam just for this silly cat. For some reason, I thought we had an extra. I know. For some reason, I thought we had an extra cam somewhere. Oh, I thought we did. Yeah, well, we'll find it sometime else, some other time. Oh, that one. Oh, we got both of those. That's right. Oh, yeah, because that one doesn't have the working microphone on. Can I use that one? This cat is about to get a full-time kitty cam. Isn't he lucky? Oh, thanks. This is a later me problem. Okay, good things happened. Very good things happened. Our quote allied artillery hit the enemy thunderbolt for 5 damage into the left torso, then hit our friendly blackjack and centurion ever so kindly. Another one lands, putting 5 damage into the right leg of the enemy thunderbolt, and the last one misses and scatters off the board. Yeah, we'll shoot the trebuchet. I don't think this trebuchet is going to have a good day. I think it's about to have a very bad day, actually. But we're going to see what happens with it. So the enemy assault misses. The enemy thunderbolt misses. Our friendly blackjack, firing at the trebuchet, managed to land AC2 into the left leg, then AC2 into the center torso. Both those were AP rounds, critting with no effect. Our Orion missed with the Gauss rifle. Enemy Griffin firing at the Wolverine missed. Our Ostrak firing at the Trebuchet hits with an ER large into the head, doing 8 damage, doing 1.8 damage, or doing 1 hit to the pilot. The Allied Wolverine at the Ossol puts an AC 5 into the left torso. Ooh, that's just mean. Allied Centurion puts an AC 10 into the Trebuchet's left leg. And then the enemy Trebuchet into the Allied Centurion hits with a medium laser to the left arm, medium laser into the right torso, and hits with 4 SRMs, doing 2 to the left arm, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the left leg, and 2 more to the left torso. Foot platoon into the Trebuchet causes 1 damage into the center torso. Our Awesome misses with both PPCs. Our Marauder puts PPC into the center torso, the left torso, another PPC to the left torso, and then the LB-10X into the left leg. Both of those are down to internal structure only. The Trebuchet took 40 damage, needs a 7, rolls an 8, and stays standing. The Wolverine then is kind enough to kick the Thunderbolt into the right leg. The Griffin kicks the left leg of the Ossol, critting on a heat sink. The Ossol stays standing, and Thunderbolt also stays standing. We need to destroy 3 more dudes. Ah. Oh man, what do we do here? I think we just continue closing the distance. Ooh, that sucks. We'll just do that instead. It is just taking forever to get across to the other side. Okay, so we succeeded on all of our PSRs. The Allied artillery killed the Allied infantry, which is very nice of them. And then they killed the pilot that was in the open. How nice. I think that we probably... I kind of want the Thunderbolt more. It's going to take more hits, but I want it more. I mean, all honesty, I need to kill both of these, so we can just do that and it'll be fine. sprinted, so nothing for you. And for you, go ahead and try to get the trebuchet out this round. Who knows? Maybe the magic will happen. So our Ostrak into the Ossal puts an ER large in the center torso rear, going through the armor, critting on the engine. Then another ER large goes into the left leg. It's down to 5 internal structure. The Allied Griffin misses. Allied Centurion puts 3 LRMs into the Ossal, doing 3 to the left torso. Our Orion missed. The enemy Thunderbolt misses. Allied Blackjack puts a medium laser into the left torso of the Trebuchet, destroying the left torso, causing an ammo explosion, dealing 2 hits to the pilot. And they eject. Oh no. And the center torso is destroyed, so that mech is completely trashed. Our Marauder just destroys the already dead mech. Enemy Ossal into the Allied Centurion. The helicopter into the Trebuchet's dead corpse. Wolverine into the Allied or the enemy Ossal, doing 5 to the right leg. The Ossal took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls an 8. Good for you, bud. So the Allied Griffin manages to kick the enemy Griffin in the left torso for 11 damage, but the enemy Griffin stays standing. Not the best rolls on our part, unfortunately. We'll just go there for right now, and hopefully we get some more shots into the Ossal's back. That would be pretty neat. Oh, Mr. Brutus, what are we going to do with you? You know, this Ossal really is in a bit of a pickle because no matter what it does, it's pretty guaranteed to have a bad day. You know, an even worse day than just piloting an Ossal. You know, I almost need to get a darker blanket for that cat. Actually. It's going to come up right in the middle of my screen, isn't it? Yes, it is. Kerpow. There we go. So the artillery misses, which is pretty neat. See if we can't keep on hurting that Ossol. The one map where it'd be super useful for the Awesome to be able to, you know, do things at a distance, and it can't see anything. Well, our Ostrock puts an ear large into the Ossol's right arm. The Allied Griffin misses with everything. The enemy, or the Allied Blackjack, misses with everything. Allied Centurion also misses. Allied Wolverine into the Thunderbolt hits with a medium pulse to the left torso. Then jams its AC5. Misses with the SRM6. Our Orion puts a PPC into the center torso of the Thunderbolt. Then the Gauss rifle goes into the left leg. Enemy Ossol misses with everything. Troop transport misses. Helicopter misses. Enemy Thunderbolt puts a medium laser into the Wolverine's left torso, and a medium laser into the left torso again. Machine gun hits the left torso. Enemy Griffin misses with everything. Our Marauder misses with everything. The Thunderbolt took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls an 8, and stays standing. Oh, but the Allied Griffin kicks the Ossol in the left leg, destroying the left leg, critting on the hip and the heatsink, not that it matters. Transferring 6 damage to the left torso. The Ossol kicks the right leg of the Griffin, doing 12 damage, down to 6 armor. The Ossol, since it lost a leg, automatically falls, goes to the left side, taking 5 to the left torso, 1 to the center torso, and the pilot takes a hit. The Griffin stays standing. Uki, how's it going, bud? Does his Osrock call? Debatable. Very debatable. I was just saying that the only thing more unfortunate that piloting an Ossol is that he was in a very bad position. Kind of thinking we go this way. Well, we'll go one turn without being able to shoot from the Marauder, and we'll survive, I guess. This time. Yeah, I didn't realize that I should have had the Awesome just come up the right side instead of the left side. Now I'm really bummed out. Just going to continue recklessly moving my way forward and hoping for the best. I wonder if Power is going to be able to see the Thunderbolt there. That would be pretty neat if he could. Okay, and everybody succeeded on all of the things, which is pretty great. The artillery continues to do nothing at all. I really want a little ammo explosion. Just a little one. A little tiny baby ammo explosion for that Thunderbolt. That would bring joy. Oh, this brings joy. This brings much joy. Here we go. Well, our Ostrock puts an ear large into the Griffin's right torso and an ear large into the right arm. Our Orion lands a snub nose into the left leg and a gauze rifle into the left leg of the Thunderbolt. The Marauder puts PPC into the head of the Thunderbolt. It's down to 2 internal structure now, and that pilot takes a hit. Another PPC goes in the center torso, but it misses with the LB-10X. Oh, bye, buddy. We'll go back to here for a second. The enemy Thunderbolt into the allied Blackjack puts a large laser into the center torso, medium laser into the left torso. Griffin into the enemy Ossal puts PPC into the right arm, blowing off the right arm. Gosh, it's like Officer Murphy from RoboCop. Then a small laser into the right arm, which transfers to the right torso. Enemy Griffin misses. Enemy Ossal misses. Our Awesome blows off the left leg of the Thunderbolt with a PPC, transferring some to the left torso, another PPC into the right leg, and a PPC into the left torso, down to 14 internal structure. The Blackjack puts a medium laser into the right arm of the Thunderbolt. The Allied Wolverine into the Ossal puts medium pulse in the center torso rear, critting on a gyro and an engine. Then, oh, that's horrendous. The tandem ammo goes in, hitting the center torso rear, no effect. Right torso rear, no effect. Right torso rear, no effect. And right torso rear, no effect. That was fortunate. Allied Centurion into the Thunderbolt lands an AC-10 into the left torso, critting on the medium laser, and a medium laser into the right leg, critting on a heat sink. Then, hits with 6 LRMs, doing 5 to the left leg, transferring to the left torso, destroying the left torso, transferring 1 to the center torso, then 1 to the right arm, critting on the large laser. So Thunderbolt has a super bad day. Just a little pop. That is correct. Yes. So the Thunderbolt falls and takes 5 to the right leg, critting on the lower leg, and 2 to the left torso that transfers to the center torso. The pilot only needs to roll a 13 to avoid damage. So they roll a 7. Naturally, they take a point of damage, but they do stay conscious, which, good for them. Moving on. Oh, dear. So the Allied Griffin into the Ossal kicks it into the right torso for 11 damage. The enemy Griffin kicks the Allied Griffin in the right arm for 11 damage. The Allied Wolverine kicks the Ossal in the right torso rear. It's down to 1 internal structure. The Griffin, Allied Griffin, needs a 5, rolls a 3, falls down, takes 5 to the center torso, and that pilot takes a hit. Ah. Hmm. That's not useful. Hmm. There we go. Let's see where that lands us. Oh, I was close. That'll be good enough. Okay. So the enemy Ossaul is a little toasty with 15 heat. And we're doing okay with our turn order, so I'm not going to complain any at this time. And then from there, now is it that we have to cripple them, or do we have to destroy them? Or route them? We have to destroy or route them. Well, hold on. Hodor. Round report. So team 2, 2 crippled, 2 destroyed. The crippled ones will be fleeing, so that actually is a W, which is pretty great. So we'll do that just so we don't forget to do it. Meander our way forward. I'm a little worried about moving forward because that artillery is a little close. Weird. Oh no! The Ostrock fell, doing a total of 6 to the left leg, but the pilot still did not take damage, which was pretty great. Let's see if we can't get up and do the thing. Oh, sad. This poor little archer has just been left behind for the entire mission. And this griffin is about to know what it feels like to be alone and afraid. Oh, that's so sad. Well, that pilot's dead. You know, it's a good thing that it's not a war crime to kill downed enemy pilots or kill downed pirate pilots. Otherwise, our allies would be in for a world of hurt. Well, the enemy Griffin firing at the Ostrock hits with 6 Deadfire LRMs, doing 5 to the left torso, 5 to the center torso, another 2 to the center torso. Allied Blackjack missed. The Ripper infantry support hits the Griffin with a machine gun into the right leg. Our Ostrock into the Griffin. Oh, the horror. Puts an ER large in the center torso, getting 2 tacks, hitting the gyro and the engine. The Kerensky hits with the Gauss rifle into the left torso, down to 7 internal structure. The Wolverine into the Griffin misses. Griffin took a gyro hit and 20 damage, needs to 9, rolls a 7. Falls to the right side, doing 5 to the right torso, 1 to the right arm, critting on the PPC. The pilot takes a hit, but stays conscious. Good for him. And that, as they say, is that. Why are you not saying victories? You should be saying victories right now. Oh, you know, it helps if you type victory correctly, huh? Here we go. Well, to the 10 folks watching right now, I hope that you are enjoying the stream so far. This is always one of the fun things to do. If you missed it at the beginning of the stream, go back and I did try to do just like a tiny little recap of some of the things that are being worked on or have been recently added to some of the Nightlies, to include fixes for advanced scouting, some more introductions and fixes for advanced buildings to include some things with advanced infantry, and a couple other things. Whoa, what just happened? Jay Caverly, thank you so much for following. Oh, the Griffin ran away. That's okay, though. I'm pretty sure I would have captured those two. Jay Caverly, welcome. I hope that you are enjoying everything so far, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we totes engage them. That's fine. Do this, and do this. I want the Thunderbolt. I'd like the Shadowhawk. And that'll be fine. Here we go. So we're gonna just throw the Aerospace Auxiliary into there. That could be a fleet in being. Advance the day, continue as ordered. Okay, and so we've got oodles and oodles of ammo on the way, which is good. Still working on the next Kerensky. Today should be the day. Okay, so we're maxed out on support points. It is a Monday. Some people got married. Nice, very nice. Personality breaks. Cool beans. Let's go ahead and, before we do the mass repair and salvage, let's take a look-see. Do I really need another decoy engagement? Because I've got 8 freaking victory points. Do I need the salvage? There's nothing there that I'm actually all that excited about. Kind of want to do it. So we're going to do a fleet and being with Bravo Lance. Since they're broken anyways. Hey, look, there we go. I'm happy you could catch the live stream. Hopefully, you can catch the next one too. It's going to be on Sunday. Sunday, 8 o'clock. We're going to be doing it just a little bit early because I have to teach a class on Monday. And I don't know when that class is going to be done. Here we go. Hey, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It is just nice to see more folks here and hopefully enjoying the content. And if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to ask. If I don't know the answer, somebody in that handy dandy little chat probably knows. Oh, nice. Teaching a paramedic class on Sunday. That is absolutely outstanding. Okay, let's take a look-see here. Oh, wait, we're still waiting on all of our scouting lanes to come home. Well, teaching a paramedic class seems like it's fairly important. Hold on. Did all of my... Okay, they're not remaining deployed. These dudes should be home by now. Right? Yeah, they should be very home by now. Ooh, that's weird. What did we break? That's not good. Hold on. Stand by. Okay. I'm wondering if things are not returning home because I went to a new nightly in the middle of a contract. But I am going to go ahead and see. There's no way to bring people home. That's awkward. That's super awkward. That's not good. All right, let's see what happens here. Good, nobody wants to leave. And the enemy is in full retreat, suffering devastating losses in scatter. They pose no significant threat and are incapable of organizing a counterattack. So we have completely broken the pirates, which is good because I had no way to bring my people home. Hopefully going into a new contract fixes that problem. Otherwise, I might be a little sad. So let's go ahead and issue our awards. Oh, nice. We received a generous donation of 1,000 C-bills. We've got some folks who celebrate 5 years with the Billion Brigade, a couple of people with 4 years, and somebody with 3 years. So always exciting. Drop ships on the market. Let's just for funsies. I know I can't afford them, but let's just take a look at the drop ships. So a couple of Monarchs and a Triumph. Okay, then. Neato pedo. I only need to save up another, 150,000 C-bills, give or take a little bit. And there we go. There's all that fun stuff, and there's that. So we have now area of operation briefing room, complete mission. And since, even though we didn't complete an essential task, since we got an early conclusion or early success, it is a success. Hey, and they're going to offer us 4 million C-bills for the prisoners? Absolutely. Everybody wants to stay, which is pretty neat. So everybody gets a participation award. And everybody who saw a pirate somewhere gets a participation award. Ooh. Hellbore got 6 pilot kills in a mission, which is neat. Everybody else also gets yet another participation award. So many participation awards. That's fine. That's a lot of vocational XP. So our standing with the mercenary review board increased by 3.17. We're still a C, but that's A-okay. Hey, Federated Commonwealth now has us as an associate. Look at that. Neato. FedCom thinks that we're kind of cool. FedCom thinks we're kind of cool. Well, there's all of that. And we came out of that with a little bit of money, which is pretty neat. What planet are we on again? We're on Geyser. Do you have a guild hall, hiring hall? Oh, they changed the order of things. Okay. So a minor hiring hall. That's fine. That is A-okay fine. Now, with that being said and done, I really want to make some edits to some Kerenskis. So we are going to customize in Mech Lab. We will go to experimental. We'll do Aerosphere double, which should help us out a little bit. Do I switch out the AC10 for an LB10, LBX10? Do I switch it out for the LBX, or do I just leave it as the AC10? Questions. So many questions, so little time. I think I kind of want to dump the LRM for like an ERP PC. There's an okay precedent for it with the Kerensky. So I don't think I'll feel too bad about doing that. So if we remove those, that gets me 9 tons. See, that's what I was thinking, was there'd just be a great upgrade. Now, you don't get the flak ammo, which is kind of a bumski, but it's just straight up better otherwise. I might just do that. Because we could do ERP PC, We can dump the AC-10. We can get LB-10X. And then let's get the ammo for the LB-10X. And that would let us that should be fine. And then that would let us have 3 more tons of armor, which would be pretty neat. Okay, true. Yeah, LB-10X, LBX cluster is pretty much flak. You're right. I think I might add 3 more tons of armor. So that will put us up to 17.5. Oh no. Am I already at the max armor? No, I'm already at max armor. Shoot. Okay, so I won't add any more armor. Could add a couple of double heat sinks. You know, the other thing I could do, would it really be worth it? No, it wouldn't be worth it. I was thinking I could change the medium lasers into medium pulse lasers for when something gets really close. But the medium lasers are going to do pretty fine as well. I might just do that. So let's go ahead and that was in the right torso, I think. Yeah. Actually, you know what I really need? I'm going to tell you what I really need. Let's dump one of those. And where's the case? I need case. Here we go. All right. And well, that's annoying. What do I dump half a ton of something into? What to do? What to do? What do I dump half a ton into? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was just grabbing a small laser and calling it a day. Yeah, we'll just do a small laser. Might as well. So let's get our case into here. Small laser. Go into here, PPC. Wait, hold on. No, the LB-10X should be here. And right torso. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, so all I'm doing is I'm refitting the original Orion K, and I am taking out the the AC10, putting in the LB10X, taking out the LRM10 or the LRM15 and replacing it with a PPC, an ERPPC. And yeah. And then adding case so that, you know, when my left torso inevitably gets hit, I don't just, you know, lose everything. Oh, and adding double heat sinks, which was the main reason why I was doing a lot of this. Let's call this the ON1 heck. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine. That should be just fine. You know what I'm going to do at some point? I'm probably going to make, once I have, you know, another 5 or 10 Orions just sitting around, because let's face it, that's what's going to happen. Probably going to add some triple strength myarmor just for funsies and turn it into a kicking mech. All right, so we'll save that. There we go. We will move that from the lab, go back to our hangar, and this bad boy. Refit, customize. Where's my ON1 heck? It was just here. Why aren't you showing up? Stand by. Hold on. Why you hate me? Here we go. Yeah. Load an existing unit. That's not what I was looking for. New mech. Should be able to load from file. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's try this again. Unless I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. Okay, let's go forward today and see if that fixes all the things. Oh dear, a powerful political or military figure within the Federated Commonwealth has taken an interest in you. Very well. That is odd. That is very odd. Shouldn't be, but that's a great question. Well, actually, that really shouldn't be, because I already have some stuff there, but you are asking great questions. That would explain why I suddenly can't see it. Let's see here. Canon tech, nope. Canon refits are off, so that should not be the problem. It's probably just not looking where I'm wanting it to for customs. So I just have to try to save to a different location. I don't know why it's not looking in the place where I wanted to, but it's not. Or maybe it just doesn't like something else. I don't know. All of that is fine. Oh, dear goodness. We'll try that. Yes. It's probably going to be something really silly, but that's annoying. Well, let's just try this again. And who knows? Maybe there was just something very weird that I did that it didn't like. Sorry for the little bit of boring action here, but we'll be all done soon. And if you're just joining us, what you have missed is that we finished our contract. And now we are in a pretty okay spot. At least moderately decent. Where's my case? There's my case. And small laser. So both of these bad boys can go into here. Along with the case, the LB10X can go there, PPC into here, and small laser, we can go there. Okay, so that's all done. Normally when it does something like that, it's because something wasn't right. there's that. There's that. I don't think that there's anything off or any errors. So if I begin refit, okay, it'll let me go. Save for later. Let's try this again. Well, I will look at that later. Because that is frustrating. But, oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress. Oh, wait, what's going to be done tomorrow? Okay. Go forward another day or 2 or 3 or 10. You know, now that, actually, let's go ahead and take a look at some experience here. So we've got an elite MekTech with 59 experience. Got about 40 experience to go before we can get him something like engineer. For you, yeah, absolutely go up. Same thing with you. MekTech should get me another elite. Mechanic, you're going to be 1 away, unfortunately. You're actually a bad MekTech, so let's work on that. Oh, you might be able to go up. That would be great. Yeah. Okay, cool. We are going to be having quite a few very, very good MekTechs here pretty soon, I think. Let's do some mass personnel training. That'll be a lot easier. Primary role, MekTechs. Where you at? MekTech. Let's take a look at Teching, TechMeks. Okay. Spend some XP. Now then, admins. Oh, buddy. Let's make sure. So I don't care about your SPA. I'm going to try to make sure that we don't have any like good tech SPAs that are hiding in here. So I feel like there was an engineer somewhere in here. I just don't remember where. That's them. New skill, support. Tech Mech. Let's go. Oh, you need 1 more XP to be a little less sucky. So your primary profession now is actually going to be MekTech. And then let's wander on back to our techs. Where did you go? And your secondary profession will be in admin HR. Cool. I think that was the only one that was super obvious. All right, let's go ahead and admins. Actually, why don't we look at negotiation? That's going to be fairly important. Negotiation. So we will spend a little bit of XP there. Admin transport, same thing there. And HR, spend a little bit of love there. Get everybody just a little bit better at that. Okay. Where is my administration? There we go. See if we can't continue to move some folks up on admin as well. Good, 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 good. Zug, zug. Now for the main event. All of our mech warriors, because power has 106 XP. I don't know if you're there, bud. I hope you are, because I think we're about to get you a nice little SPA. Let's see here. So I don't think Range Master would be very helpful here. Could do human TRO. That would not be bad at all. Eagle Eyes isn't going to help us too much here. Weathered. And we could, honestly, we could just hold out a little bit longer for Sniper. Because I think 1 or 2 contracts and we would have Sniper. And that would be pretty neat. So I'm going to hold off for a minute. I think we can get Sniper before too long. Our Orion. So we can either go up in gunnery and make our Orion pilot a 1-2, or we can get an SPA of some flavor. Not a whole lot here that's very exciting, though, that we can get right now. Can I make him a 1-2? Maybe I make him a 1-2. You definitely we make into a 2-3. Kerpow. Why don't we go ahead and make you a 2-2? This dude needs a little bit of love. So we'll increase your gunnery. That'll at least make you a regular 4-5 pilot. You're a 4-5. I think we should be able to get you to 4-4. You are my scout lance. Now, something I do want to look at. What do we have for vehicles? So tracked APC carrier, we've got some artillery, BRV. I could do some condors for scouting vehicles. That would not be too bad. I would like something a little cheaper. Hold on. We're going to buy a mass truck because it's cheap and it's there. Because if I get a couple of vehicles for the purpose of scouting, and I'm able to at least field one vehicle scouting lance, that frees up 4 mech warriors to be in another lance, to form another frontline or maneuver lance, which would be great. Okay, I'm going to hold off on these dudes until... Well, actually, no. Can I even spend XP on you right now? Not really. Either way, let's go ahead and make you a regular pilot 4-5. Because that, you can never go wrong with that. Let's see. That's all good to go. Actually, and tanks. What do I have for tanks lying around? I have a whole bunch of BRVs chilling, ready to go. Okay. Let's go ahead and get those things out of mothballs. Cool. And customize refits. Let's see. I think a 7. Doing this on a 7 will be fine. Yeah, that's fine. So 8 days to get these dudes up to snuff. So if you're trying to figure out what I'm doing here, I made a custom Battletech recovery vehicle that adds 2 lift hoists to improve their recovery potential on the field. So instead of being capped out at it was 70 tons for cargo, because they have 60 tons for cargo, because they're a 50-ton vehicle with 10 tons of cargo. Now they can transport, it's like 104 tons ish, I think. Big on the ish. Something else I need to look at are my battle armor techs and see if they can be worked on. techs. There we go. Where are my battle armor techs? There they are. Ah, good. You can. So you're a regular tech now. So we've got 2 regular battle armor techs, which is not bad. Not bad. Could be better, could be worse. Where are we sitting for battle armor, folks? Okay. So for all these dudes. Okay. That's much more gooders. And the very last one will be the soldiers. Now, I'm sure out of all of that, we will have gotten some SPAs, of which we did. Oh no. Oh no. Are you actually, you're not actually, you're a veteran tech. My man, you're only 26. We have a new mech warrior, my friends. He just doesn't know it yet. We have a new mech warrior because somebody went off and got themselves sniper randomly. So you, education, Mech Warrior Academy, go Power Ranger. All right, so going through, people are doing things. So we have a biological machinist. We have a tactical genius. Somebody is unfit. That's awkward. Exceptional attribute, strength. Trivial compulsion, racism. That doesn't seem so trivial sometimes. We have golden goose. And that's it for brand new SPAs. I love the random SPAs. It makes me so happy. Okay, all of that should be good to go. Otherwise, let's go ahead and mothball these dudes. I don't care if it takes an extra couple of days. That's fine. It's my battle armor, folks. There we go. And we'll keep on cruising for right now. I think we should be pretty well caught up on the housekeeping stuff for the most part, aside from, you know, all the repairs. We're just waiting on parts, right? Yeah. For the most part. Crusader 3R number 3. Do that instead. Ooh, do I go ahead and change you to a 3RS? I might just do that. Because the 3RS is actually pretty cool. Let's go ahead and we'll do you. So we can be pretty sure it actually happens. Grasshopper. Guillotine Merlin. That should all be fine-ish. I think that's fine. All of that should be fine. So let's just get to the next month, I think. Yeah, let's just get to a new month. Why is my force reputation only 7 right now? What did I do? Sweet, nobody wants to leave. All right, some folks got awards. Some folks got more awards for time in service. That's pretty great. And otherwise, personnel market updated. Some folks got vocational XP. Okay, things arrived. Okay, so our BRVs are doing pretty well. One of them didn't get completed, unfortunately. Krinsky's close. Hold on, what just went down? Oh, the Buffle. No. Needed a 6, rolled a 3, used edge, got a 3 again. All right, that's cool, I guess. It's fine, I'm not bitter. Okay, personnel market, unit market. What about the contract market? I didn't get anything? Let's take a look at our reputation report, because I feel like I'm missing something. You know, what I need to do is MechWarrior Colonel, you need things improved. Like leadership and strategy. And probably negotiation, but strategy first. Well, finally, our combat record rating is not terrible because our successes finally outweigh our contract breach. Finally, it only took us a couple years. Transport rating sucks. Then we have enough admins. Oh, we need more Battletech technicians. That's what the problem is. Oof. That is unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah. I probably just need to. Now, here's a question. Do I need one per active mech or one per mothballed mech? Probably need one just straight up per mech. It's unfortunate. Also, customize. I was going to look at this. So 20, 22 heat sinks, 20 heat sinks, 21. I'll think about the Black Knight. Not sure if I want to. I'm not sure what I want to do there. I was actually hoping to customize it a little bit more, but we shall see. I would like to get a slightly better archer build. One that doesn't cook itself by looking at things. And 4 LRM-15s are a way to make a statement, for sure. Oh, hello. That's a choice. Give me 1 second. I'll show you. So the recovery vehicles, each of them I added 2 lift hoists to. So normally BRVs don't have any lift hoists. And the way that it works is a vehicle can drag its tonnage, or it can carry its tonnage plus the it can carry 50%, it can drag 50% more than its tonnage, or it can carry its weight plus its cargo space. So like a BRV can drag like 75 tons, 70 tons, something like that. But it can only carry 60 tons. No, that's not right. It can drag 50 tons and it can carry 60 tons. But the lift hoist increases the amount that it can carry by 50% per lift hoist. So a BRV with 2 lift hoists can carry like 105 tons. So what you would need a boofle for previously, you can do with a single BRV. So my BRVs can actually do more than my HBRVs. And they're cheaper and don't need as much crew. Well, I think we stay here for 1 more month and then we move on. And then keep on trying to make a little bit more money. Actually, hold on. Personnel market. Let's go ahead and grab all of the mech techs that we can. We'll recruit them. Always need more soldiers. Always need more ground crews. That should be about it. Advance, and we will go to a new month. Ruh-roh. Oh, yeah, we're just slightly over on HR capacity. So, with that, were there any admins? There were not any admins. That's unfortunate. How are we doing on mechanics? Vehicle techs, I got 41. You have an admin of, okay, good. Admin of 7, admin of... So let's grab these 3 dudes. And we will grab the techs, whoever doesn't have a rank. All of you dudes, congratulations. You are now HR admin. Go forth and prosper. You guys are tech 1s. Admins, you dudes are little tech 1s. That should get me just enough. Yep. And I can probably move. Let's move a single, like, regular admin over. There we go. So if you don't know how, like, HR capacity works, it's actually pretty easy. So whatever admin you have, whatever their admin skill is, not what their target number is, but what their skill is, you multiply that by 10, and that's how much they add for your HR capacity. So this person adds 40 to my HR capacity versus like all of these dudes who don't add very much. They add like 20 each. But also, let's just quick train them, and that should help. Now we should be good to go on a bunch of stuff. Honestly, let's just do this. Cool. Oh, good. Cross country. Good for you. Well, you should be much happier now. Go to a new month. If we don't have any contracts generate this month, then what we'll do is we'll probably... oh, hey, look. Corporal Mana Nasir gave birth to a baby boy at 1635 local, weighing 3,400 grams. Labor was longer than expected, and there were a few tense moments when we had to manage some fetal distress. Ruh-roh. Mana showed incredible resilience, and the medical team worked efficiently. I'm relieved to say both mother and child are now stable and resting. Aw, that's nice. And now, ooh, that's a tiny little baby, 2,700 grams after severe postpartum complications. That's not good. All right. Happy Commander's Day. I am so uncomfortable. Okay, good. Contract market updated, personnel market updated. Some people got some vocational XP and the unit market updated. Let's go ahead and look at our vehicles again. Okay, this is exactly what I was hoping for. Some APCs, some hover APCs. Those are exactly what I wanted. So let's grab those. Anything else? Hawk hover tank. That it's a little more expensive than what I'm wanting and a little slower than what I'm wanting. The Freedom Jeep, however, you are exactly what I want. That gives me an entire lance of scouts. No mechs, a little bit of aerospace, no conventional fighters, and then a couple of dropships, a Trojan and a Union. So we have 3 contracts. All of them are from Free Worlds League against the Federated Commonwealth, naturally, because why wouldn't I go against people who actually like me? And none of these actually pay super well. I think I need to get out of here. So, yeah, that's the problem. We are on a FedCom world. We need to go. Well, no, we're on a FedCom world. Shouldn't be a problem. That's unfortunate. All right, what do you guys think? Do I go to Galatea and see what I find there? Or do I completely risk it for the biscuit and start heading north? So I can't do that on my own. That would end horribly. Let's go ahead and mothball some of this stuff anyways. Personnel market. Yeah, I figured people would say north. Let's go ahead and mothball all this madness. Let's mothball any of the mechs I'm not using. Wait, yes, do that. Coreward, not north. That's not a bad idea. I think I might go to Galatea, and then Galatea might send me a little north. Let's go ahead and mothball all of this madness. Is there anybody else not in use? Not really. Foot platoons don't count. Okay, cool. give it a couple of days to do things and stuff and whatnot. Oh, good. Mash truck was delivered. That's nice. Okay, everything should be pretty well mothballed. We need to wait one more day. Oh my goodness. All right, now if we go to Galatea, 26 million seabells. That is so very painful. So very painful. I need to get a drop ship or something. Oh, you guys forgot to remind me. Oh, shush. There's a north if I want there to be a north. It might be better to go to New Avalon. Hold on. I need to... Oh, this is something that I forgot to mention. So Psycho has been working on blob crews. So using temporary soldiers, temporary crews, temporary everything. So you have your one person who's designated like the commander, and then everybody else is the blob, which is actually really, really cool. Let's see here. Logistics. No, where was it? Is it in operations? Yes. Operations. Normalized contract pay. Contract pay as diminishing returns. There we go. Yes, yes, do the things. I understand that they will be bad for me potentially. There we go. Ah, yes. And immediately it is worse for me, and that is a-okay. So let's take a look. Where is New Avalon? To my right. Oh my goodness. All right. New Avalon. There we go. Hoofda. I don't think that's closer. I think that's the opposite of closer. That is a long ways away. I think I go to Galatea. Because once I mothball everything, it should not cost that much. It should cost probably about half of that. Tharcad? I don't know, man. Oh, come on. There we go. That's still a hike. I think Galatea is going to be my best bet. And I think what I actually have to probably do, as much as it pains me a little, is sell some mechs. Like, do I really need 5 stalkers? Probably not. 5 extra stalkers? Probably don't need that many. I think I can probably get rid of a couple of those. Yeah, interplanetary travel is a little expensive. Everyone needs 5 stalkers, just like everybody needs 6 Phoenix Hawks. Extra Phoenix Hawks. How many Phoenix Hawks do I even have? Well, I guess I don't have any out and about right now, but still. Or I could just eat the cost. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of my Orions. You can't make me. Come at me, bro. I think I can probably get rid of like at least 2 of these bad boys. And that would get me 10 million, which would not be bad. Let's see here. Probably get rid of a few of my Phoenix Hawks. I don't like the 1D. The 1D can go kick rocks. $5.8 mil. Okay, yeah, true. If they were PhDs, that would be different. But alas, they are not. I can probably get rid of the Charger. I have a soft spot in my heart for the Wolverines, but yeah. Yeah, those things can go. Whoops. Close all. Do I need the Whitworth? I think I can get rid of the Whitworth too while I'm at it. Hold on to the Vindicator for right now. I was holding on to the Wolverine to go in with scout units, but or not the Wolverine, the Raven to go in with scout units, but honestly, I think we can go without it. I think we'll be fine. Quick draws, we can hold on to the Panther. We can definitely get rid of that bad boy. I didn't. I am going to get rid of those 3. Kerpow. Let's see here. What else? Hold on to the Merlins. Guillotines. Guillotines are like a bad grasshopper. In my opinion. I definitely prefer grasshoppers over guillotines. I might just go ahead and get rid of the guillotines. Okay, well, that thinned the herd a little bit. Do I need the Griffins? I don't think I need the Griffins. Griffins can be nice for some things. Yeah, I actually If I sell the Griffins, I think I will double my bank account. The Griffins are okay-ish. They're mobile, which is nice. I'll hold on to the Griffins because they have some use to them. Okay. There we go. And that, now if I calculate it, save 2 million. Isn't that nice? A lot of it's actually probably coming from my warehouse. So let's, hold on, let's take a look at some stuff here. So armor is definitely taking up a lot of tonnage. Gauss rifle ammo taking up a lot of tonnage. I don't think I need a battery. Let's go ahead and sell this one. Not getting rid of the fuel air bombs. Hold on to the bar, I guess. Don't really need the engines. I don't think so. I don't think I need the extra engines, but I'll hold on to them for right now. Yeah, I didn't think so. So I'll keep the fragmentation ammo. I'll keep the Inferno ammo. 280 fusion engines. Swarm ammo, that's fine. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, we can get rid of this bad boy. Alarm 10 fragmentation is fine. 240 fusion, we'll hold on to. Hey, what's going on, Chewy? It's nice to see you. The Griffins definitely have their place, and them being able to bounce around like crazy is very advantageous, which is why I didn't get rid of them. Yeah, I didn't get rid of them. I don't even have anything that uses this engine. Actually, even better way to deal with this. Anything that I don't actively use. Okay, hand actuators are like nothing though. Gosh darn it. Fragmentation ammo we can hold on to. Mech heads we can hold on to. Yeah, I don't care about stealth armor. Just go away. Random vehicle right side, vehicle left side, vehicle rears. Okay. No. I feel dirty using tandem charge. I'm not using it. Vehicle front. Okay. Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry the tutorials have slowed down. I just haven't had time, and it's kind of getting to the point where I don't know quite what else to add. But I'm happy you're enjoying these playthroughs. What am I doing here? Okay, there's all that. I don't use narcs, but whatever, it's fine. Narc explosive pods? Hold on to it for right now, I guess. Ah, that's so gross. I don't want a mask at all. 55-ton mat. Is that the one for... That's not the one for the cataphract, is it? Because it's a 60-ton mech? It's a 70-ton mech. Definitely not the one for the cataphract. I pulled that off something else, which means goodbye. Sell that. 250 XL, I don't even use. Okay. I don't think I actually made much of a dent, but alas. Yeah. I almost feel like that went up. I think we go to Galatea. And it'll take us 59.5 days to get there. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, goodbye money I just made. So accept. And there we go. Okay. So saved 5 million. Not ideal, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and repair bay. Let's go ahead and repair these bad boys. Go and keep on trying to repair the stuffs. There we go. Pound. Hashtag. Well, that's not going to get fixed anytime soon. We have how much further left? Ooh, so much vocational XP. Excuse me. So another 26 days. Honestly, let's just go to a new month. Oh, Gimmick got 4 years in service. Congratulations, bud. Okay, some more vocational XP happened. And we are 1.5 days from Galatea. Oof. Oof, 4 million C-bills to inoculate everybody. That hurts. Maybe I should have just let everybody get freaking space syphilis. Okay, everybody's been activated. Let's take a gander here. So let's undo that one. Kind of want to undo that one. So mass activate. Because personnel. So mech warriors, anybody who is an officer, you really need to start working on some leadership kind of stuff. You're my XO, right? Second in command. There we go. So new skills, utility, tracking, or not tracking, tactics. There it is. All right, and then we can maybe get spooky. Yeah, let's increase your tactics, maybe. Let's increase your perception. That's going to be more important than anything else. Womp womp. All right, there's all of that fun stuff. Okay, that, now we're off to a great start. And I'm kind of bummed because we just barely missed the contract market. It is a lot of warrant officers. So I run my unit very similar to what you would see like in an aviation unit for like the Army. So you've got the people who are strictly pilots. Their job, they have one job, to fly the bird. That's all they do. They fly the bird. They're not responsible for management or anything else along those lines. They just fly the bird. If they can make that magic happen, they're good. And then you've got the folks who they're responsible for flying the birds, and they're in leadership positions. And those are your officers. Those are the people who, are responsible for all sorts of stuff. Now then, what I was going to do is I want to assign, oh man, where is it? There it is. This grasshopper, assigned a unit, pilot, mech, heavy, grasshopper 5H. Correct. Yeah, so a warrant officer 1 is like your basic pilot. So like these dudes actually should be warrant 2s. I just kind of forgot to promote them. And so they get more money. It's to recognize that they are better pilots. And so I give them more money and they're more experienced. So like this dude's going to be a warrant 3. So he gets more money. And if you want to look at like the actual rank stuff, I'll pull it up really quick. I mean, it would actually kind of make things easier in a way to have everybody be officers, but it kind of screws with some things as well. So human resources, biography, rank system. So you can see on the mech warrior side, you've got your warrants, and like a warrant 1 is paid at 1.17 times standard. So they get paid around the same that a corporal does. But as soon as you get to a warrant 2, you get 2 times base pay. Yeah, I don't remember who was working on that. I don't know if that was Ilyani or if it was DG. I don't know. But yes, that does sound like a very cool module. I just think it would be very challenging at the same time. But yeah, so like my warrant 2s get paid the same as like a staff sergeant. The warrant 3s are getting like more than what a master sergeant does. They're actually getting paid. Oh, hold on. I might have made an oopsie. 3.3. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. My warrant 4s are actually making as much as my my entire unit commander. That's hilarious. I should probably change that. So captain, so my lieutenant junior grade, we're going to actually make that 2 times. Hey now, come on. Whatever, that'll be fine. Otherwise, it's going to be very awkward for people. Yeah, you were just the kid who reminded the teacher that you were supposed to turn in homework, right as all of the kids were like, yes, oh, we're going to get away with it. No, let me tell you right now, you did not get away with it. So actually, captain should be like 3 times. Major will be... no, wrong way. Hold on. Oh, wait. I don't know how to math. 2.47. It should be 3. Major will be like 3.3-ish. .9. Colonel can make 4 times base. Here we go. Oof. That was oofta. hey, there is absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. Yeah, the warrant. So anybody who's been in the military knows that you don't piss off the warrant officers, because those are the dudes and dudettes who have been in the military since, unless they're in the aviation world, that's a different story. But your like communication warrants and all of those folks, they've been in the military since the dawn of time, and they are just, they know their job, they know all the tricks, they know what they're doing, and if you piss them off, just suddenly nothing works for you anymore. They don't directly confront you. They don't cause you direct problems. It's just that, you know, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that probably a lot do, but there's also probably a lot that don't. I don't know. For me, it just made sense to do this system. And then, I also, for all my techs, I created a tech scale, which, how? Okay, whatever. Is supposed to be more along the lines of what you saw in the military with like specialists. So during the Vietnam War, you had entire separate rank scheme for specialists. Yes. Yes. You got to watch out for those folks who've been around since the dawn of time, especially your warrants and your senior enlisted. You'll get this little butter bar who is all up on their high horse and like, you listen to what I tell you and you do your job. Okay, sir. No problem. We got you. And then you end up with this just litany of malicious compliance. They do exactly what you told them to do to the letter. And you see just how stupid all of that was and how much you should really provide vague direction, and then you're enlisted just like make it happen. Just go off and do the things. All right, let's go to the next month. It's kind of like in Starship Troopers, the book, not the movie. So, Johnny gets out of OCS, or is in OCS. He's off doing his time as a third lieutenant to get just a little bit of experience and see if he can pass OCS. And he gets pulled into the CO's office, and Captain Black, he's like, "Hey, what in the wide world of sports are you doing? Stop going into the enlisted country and round them up. That's not your job. Go put yourself in your office. Don't do anything. Talk to your NCOs occasionally. And then when it's time for you to go do your job, the entire platoon will be there. They'll be ready. All you have to do is stop screwing it up." And that's all you got to do. I wonder. It's probably a LAM pilot. All right, force reputation's up to 14, which is pretty great. Not ideal, but it's gooder. Let's take a look here. How much does it cost to go up for you in negotiation? 20? Okay. So I need 6 more XP. Let's see what we got for contracts. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible at all. So we've got a mole hunting mission. We've got yet more pirate hunting, although I'm sure that you are all very bored of pirate hunting. Hold on. Why can I not renegotiate 2 of these? That's weird. Admins. So I've got admin command. Got plenty of admin. Ooh, HR is not great. Admins. Okay, so command is command rights. Log is salvage and support. I mean, I have an expert negotiator in logistics. That is weird. That is very weird. Let's I actually have not had that happen to me. I don't do very much editing for my people. I don't do a whole lot of custom stuff, so I have not had any of my saves becoming corrupt. But definitely, if you are moving from one version to another, make backups along the way. And I encourage you to honestly, make backups along the way regardless. What's this? Oh. Okay, so let's go forward a month. See what happens. Oh, I forgot to look at the personnel market. Shoot. Oh, well. Oh, good. More little babies. Oh, no. No, we lost Gimmick. No. Oh, that's a huge bummer. Okay. Actually, yes, I'm going to blame you for that one. Yep. 100% your fault. I was going to give you a new tank. Not anymore. No. Actually, speaking of tank, where is the demolisher? Activate. There we go. And then for this one, customize. Gauze, 1.4 mil. That's worth it. Which, yes, which is why I am currently refitting for Gauss rifles. So hover. I thought I had another hover APC. Wheeled APC. Oh, it's not here yet. It's 3 days out. Okay. Okay, let's look at the contract market. Man, that's weird that I'm not able to negotiate that at all. I don't know what's going on with that. Because I should be able to negotiate that. Okay, why don't we change rank Lieutenant Junior grade? See if that makes a difference. And for logistics, transport. That is very interesting. Did you submit a report for that? Do you submit an issue for that on GitHub? There we go. You know, I don't know why, but promoting them to lieutenant did the trick. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what the difference in pay is between using normalized and non-normalized. So let's use this one. FedCom was 17.8 mil. Try submitting an issue report for that, because who knows? Maybe it's something that somebody can look into. But if we don't know, if nobody knows about the problem, there's no way that anybody can look into it. Okay. Contract market. Okay. So using normalized contract pay can be nice if you have a dropship. Oh, that's gross. Wow. These terms are horrendous. VAT. Where's VAT? Like, for real. Oofta. Okay. Our curiosity. Man. There is just not a whole lot going on in the world right now. Let's take one more look at this lady. Still need 4 more. All right, let's go ahead and advance uno más month. I was really hoping to get a contract going. Ah, another powerful political military figure within the FedCom has taken interest in me. Great. I guess. Forgot to look at the personnel market again. Oh well. Okay, that's fine. Should probably, finally repair this damn thing. There we go. That's a much more gooder rate. Okay, good. Straight support 80%. That would be okay-ish. Can we get better? We can get better. That is not bad. We can be employed by the Draconis Combine doing an extraction raid. Hey now, be nice. Doing extraction raid against a regular force, or get 50% salvage. Both of them give us 50% salvage. This one only gives 60% transport terms. But we have really decent allies. We have good straight support. 3-month contract. We need 26 combat elements. This one we need 28, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, honestly, either one of these should be fine. I'm not too terribly worried about either one. I would probably... Where's Phelan at? Right. I mean, that puts me in the direction that I want to go. That puts me in the direction that I want to go. It's not a bad contract. It's pretty okay pay. I think I'm going to do this one. Let's go for it. I'm Tanesh Zaid. Your unit doesn't ring any alarms or bells. This is a clean slate mission. Treat it like your first impression, because it is. Plans are in place to integrate your unit into our logistics network. Surplus supplies will be directed your way monthly, but distribution will be need-based. Frontline units with the heaviest attrition get priority. This isn't a replacement for standard procurement. However, if you've got logistics vehicles you're willing to attach to the network, we can bump your priority and ensure your unit sees a larger share. Your route to the contract system has been plotted and uploaded. Tech teams are standing by to prepare forces for transport. Everything should be ready by the time you reach the staging area. Okay. Mothballed. Well, Youngster. Yes, we accept. Confirm. Good deal. We are going to Phelan, which moves us in the correct direction, as one might say. Moves us in the right direction. And with that, I think we're probably going to go ahead and leave it there. I've been streaming for about 3.5 hours, and I think it's time for me to go to bed. But the next stream will be on Sunday evening at hold on. Wait. Absolutely. Thank you for joining. But where is it? There it is. Anyways, but next stream will be on Sunday at about 8 p.m. So if you can join, please join me then. I'm probably not going to stream on Monday just because I've got that class that I'm teaching. And then most of next week, I definitely won't be streaming because we got a couple of friends that are coming into town. At the end of the month, there's going to be a pretty long hiatus because I have to go to training for about a month. And then I'll come back and we'll pick it up again for a while. But anyways, I hope you all have enjoyed the stream. If you're watching this later on YouTube and you've been enjoying it, please like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on Twitch and you haven't already followed, please give it a follow. And if you're watching later on YouTube, leave a comment with kind of your thoughts. And with that, we'll go ahead and pause it there. I'll throw you guys out of channel and we'll call it a day. Take care and have a wonderful rest of the night.